The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Keith in Philadelphia. Hey, Keith, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, a couple things, Tom. Number one, I started listening to you in 2001 and never stopped. Yep, and I owe you a lot, my family as well. Okay, this is the first time I'm calling.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 21, NASDAQ was flat, S&Ps were flat, gold contract up $12.10, trading at $1,612 an ounce. Silver down 42 cents at $29.15 an ounce. Platinum off $6 at $14.20 an ounce. Copper down 9 pennies at $3.43 a pound. Light sweet crude up 30 cents, trading out at $103.25 a barrel. Bonds down 20 ticks at $142.15. Dollar index up 46 ticks at 80.37. Euro down 108 at 129.42, and the yen flat at 76.72. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Oh, it's a setup, baby. It is a setup. Okay. You reject lower price. You have lighter volume. You did 729 million versus the 855 yesterday. You got down to 1268.10. You closed at 1277. Bottom line, you have that 1292 out there that wants to be hit on the S&P cash. I suspect we're actually going to get a little bit higher than that. What you had yesterday, of course, is that you had the small swing points of December 5th, 6th, and 7th get taken out with volume. The S&P held the price. The NASDAQ held the price. Small caps didn't. Bottom line, they went right back topside today. You go take a look at the Dow Industrials. What we have inside the Dow is this. Dow Industrials, she rejected the 12,337 area. You're still actually over the October 27th high. Dow Industrials want to run up into those July highs. I suspect you probably get to the lows of the highs. The NASDAQ Composite. Now, the NASDAQ Composite is going to be a wild one to watch. The reason being is this. The composite itself, folks, okay, has been a laggard here. Now, what you had happen yesterday is that you had some juice come into it. Nice juice, too. So what did the composite do today? You get down to 26.27. And 26, watch this, the high of the 28th was 26.34. Well, you know what? We rejected it. You get down to 26, 27, 23. Rejected that number with slightly lighter volume. Closes flat. That sets up a run also up to the 27th, which is 2753.37. Small caps. Let's go look at the small caps. This whole market is just really cool, man. Small caps. Yesterday, what you had with the Russell 2000, you got over the 752.27 area. You couldn't hold the price. Pull back slightly. What do you do today? What you have today is you back down with lighter volume. Rejected lower price. That sends small caps also went into the 769.46. Now, what is it all about? King Dollar. King Dollar is the name of the game, folks. So we go over to King Dollar. What does King Dollar do? Well, right off the bat, folks, all morning long, you can see it all morning long. when Steve and I were doing the program this morning at 10 o'clock, bottom line, King Dollar was up but didn't have the juice. We only did 14,000 contracts. King Dollar gets to 80.64. Bottom line, you get up, you have a lighter volume, can't handle it. King Dollar made the first move. King Dollar wants a little rest right now. King Dollar wants to get back to about the 78.50 area. What we did out here today is 14,000 contracts versus 30,000. What does that say? That says you're going to get, build more cars, get to lower prices. As we get to lower prices, what does that do? That gives the market breathing room to get into higher price. So, bottom line, 1292 out there wants to get hit. Let's go to Mike in North Carolina. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, good afternoon, Tom. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How you been, man?
I'm doing fine, man.
Good.
Hey, a couple weeks ago I called in, and I'm the Marine captain that we talked about.
Yes.
Went to Camp Upshur, and you asked me the question, did I go to Camp Upshur? And of course I did. We didn't call it that, though. We just, it was called the Basic School, or TBS for short.
Is that? I was wondering. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And, we just called it TBS at Quantico, and so that was it. Anyway, we had all sorts of other,
That was out in the boonies, wasn't it?
Oh, man, yeah. It was terrible in the wintertime, too, when we were there. But because obviously you spend most of the time in the field whenever you're going there. But
that's right. I think it's the only place that still has Quonset huts left.
Exactly, yeah. Well, lieutenants being lieutenants, we had all kinds of different acronyms for what TBS stood for, so
I love it.
One of those was, the big suck, or, total BS, which, I won't say that word on the radio.
Yes.
But, you get the idea. So
oh,
it's
yeah.
Funny.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to take a look at Starbucks. It looks a little bearish given the engulfing candle that we had yesterday and today's action as well.
Okay,
so
let's take a look. We had Starbucks, the low's 30, the high's 47, the PE's 29. They pay a 1.4% dividend. Now, I wouldn't be going short this, and this is why, Mike, okay? It does want to pull back to 44.69, but, that's not a big deal. Do you know what I'm saying? Where I'm getting the 44.69 is this. The 44.69 was November 4th. It takes out that swing points with big juice. Now, when you back down, you can see that you had 17 million shares. Even when we came back down yesterday, it was only 6. So that will stop it dead in its tracks. That's the first part. Now, the second part gets kind of intriguing because you can really say that $35.12, which was the October 4th low, is an A point. The B point is 43. You get $8. The C point is 40. That's a $48 deal. Well, you know what? It just finished an ABC up. It did 47.04, and it took out the B point with volume. Now, when that happens, when you finish an ABC structure on the way up or the way down, you do something other than continue that way. This here is basically showing that, it's just going to build more cars. And that'll be a sideways move. Do you hit, 44? Do you hit 42? Yeah, you do. But I'd be a buyer down there versus a seller up here.
Got it. Okay.
Cooking, brother.
That's good news. Thank you. Appreciate
Okay,
it.
man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And what was interesting here about Starbucks, folks, is that yesterday, we were bringing up Yum Brands, Panera Bread, McDonald's. Let's bring them up again right now so you can see the difference. Now, Starbucks, well, we just went through that. You can see the Starbucks is not bearish. Now, we bring up McDonald's, MCD. And, this is pretty wild today. Okay, so McDonald's. McDonald's came off that high with volume. Okay, 8.8 million. But you can see when you look at McDonald's, you're at $99.39. Well, McDonald's does want to get down to 92. That's a different animal. What's even better, though, is so cool is today. What happens today? That good old Goldman Sachs comes out and puts McDonald's on one of their top lists, saying, no, this is a buy. Well, you know what? Goldman is basically selling into the market. Bottom line. Chipotle. They turn around and put Chipotle, CMG. They put Chipotle on their conviction list. Conviction, all right. Conviction to give it to everyone else. So, Chipotle at this point, I wouldn't short it at this point. Yeah, yesterday was a good symbol. Today, what it's doing, same, let's see, 346. Yeah, what you need is this. You need Chipotle under 346.78. But as soon as you get under that point, yeah, I'd hit that button so quick you couldn't see straight. Because Chipotle does want to get out of 286. What you want to be doing, folks, is that the way the market is set up right now, I would not pull a short position, period, until you are getting the S&P into that 1292 area. Because the way this market's set up right now, whether it's the indices, the currencies, the bond, the FTSE, the DAX, they're all set up saying, you know what, they want one more lunge further. Now, the thing that's really neat is that when you do look at the S&P, what I expect you're going to have is this. More than likely, you're going to have a butterfly pattern that is set up off the 1292.66 area from October 27th. And what that means is that it'll do an extension of 1.27 off that area when we take it back down to the 1158. So it goes over that area. I expect you're going to get over that area with lighter volume. It's the first part. If that's what it does, what you'll also have is that you'll have a Gartley coming off the July highs. In both cases, what you'll see, well, this is what I'm expecting. Let's put it that way. I'm expecting that in both cases, you'll take the swing point out. You'll deal with lighter volume. And in this case, what ends up happening, which is really cool, is that you're going to be taking a larger swing point out on October 27th with lighter volume. You're going to be coming into the downdraft that was created in August with lighter volume. That is a nice setup. And then, of course, what you're going to be gunning for is you're gunning for the lows that were established August 9th, the lows that were established October 4th. Because the difference in volume down there is dramatic. And where volume is, that's where the market wants to go. On October 9th, we had 71 million shares down, 719 million in the SPY. On the October 4th, we had 459 million. And at these highs right here, we had 394 million, the October 27th high. The last high in December, you had 225 million. Yesterday, we banged out 183. You know, so I expect that, yeah, you are going to see us push into those higher levels, and that's where it's going to basically give up the ghost. And when you look at time-wise, more than likely, let's see, it's already Wednesday, right? You're talking about, you know, sometime at more than likely the end of next week. That's how this is set up at this particular point. My phone number is 877-927-6648. Don't forget, folks, next Wednesday, if you want to understand how bottoms come in the marketplace, for the next bottom that's coming in, come over and come to my workshop next Wednesday night. It's 6:30 to 8. It's on the tick and trend and how you identify those bottoms as they're coming in. You'll love the workshop, folks. It's an hour and a half. Go to TFNN.com. If you do receive my daily newsletter, there's no cost for it. There is an early bird special that's going on right now.